In this video, clearly, I'm going to talk about dandyism. Okay. The Met Gala had a theme this year for 2025, which was called dandyism or Black dandyism. A lot of people didn't know what it was. A lot of people had no idea, or they're just now finding out what it is and what it really means. So, in the essence of look good, feel good, we are going to discuss dandyism as it applies to self care. Hi, I'm Cami, and welcome back to Sweet and Euca Holistic TV. So, as a definition of dandyism, it is the style and attitude often associated with men. It applies to women too, but it's also often associated with men, emphasizing impeccable grooming, stylish clothing, and refined manner of dress and behavior. It's more than just aesthetics. It is a form of rebellion, self expression, and even a political act. The term gained prominence in the 18th and 19th centuries with figures like Beau Brummel embodying the dandy's refined and understated style. The aspects of dandyism include impeccable grooming. Dandies prioritize meticulous attention to detail in their appearance, including their hair, their clothing, and their overall presentation. It also includes stylish clothing. While specific style can vary, dandyism often involves sharp tailoring, bold colors, and a focus on quality and craftsmanship. Refined manners. Dandies are often known for their elegant and sophisticated behavior, often including refined language and a leisurely lifestyle. Self expression and rebellion. Dandies can be a way for individuals to express their individuality and challenge societal norms through and conduct. Black dandyism, since that was the theme for the Met Gala for 2025, a specific form of dandyism within Black culture, often used as a means of reclaiming identity, challenging stereotypes, and asserting power, all through your wardrobe, your dress, and your conduct and your behavior. Now, dandyism also is cross cultural. It's not just for Black culture or the Black community. There was a Latin influence in dandyism a long time ago with the zoot suits that came from Latin culture, and then also there was a mix and blend of Latin and Black American culture in New York, and then the Zoot suit came over to the Black culture, and then Black Americans began to start wearing the Zoot suit, but it was an original influence from the Latin community a long time ago. But then also the whole preppy style from the 90s that also is a form of dandyism, the prim proper uh, aesthetic is dandyism. A lot of people didn't know what it was, but that's pretty much what it is. And having your clothes very tailored, you looking very nice from head to toe. You know how people would say, "Oh wow, you look put together from head to toe." That's pretty. That's like an essence of dandyism. Is pretty much what that is. So, dandyism is a style and an attitude characterized by refined taste, impeccable grooming, and a keen attention to fashion and personal appearance. It's more than just dressing well, it's a way of life that embraces self expression, elegance, and a certain degree of rebellion against societal norms. Black dandyism specifically has a strong history of resistance and self definition, using clothing and style to assert identity and challenge negative perceptions. Okay. Because the Black community definitely needs some dandyism nowadays. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so the refined taste. Dandies value quality, artistry, and the elegance in all aspects of their lives, including their clothing, accessories, and their surroundings. Baby, I'm a dandy because, anyway, impeccable grooming. They are known for their meticulous attention to detail, from their hair and their attire to their manners. Fashion as expression. Dandyism is not just about following trends, it's about creating a unique and personal style that reflects one's individual identity and aspirations. Rebellion and defiance. Dandyism can be a subtle form of resistance, challenging social conventions and expressing individuality in a world that often seeks to conform. I'm gonna have to pause right there. The way that everyone dresses nowadays, everybody is such a copycat. Okay, everybody is such a copycat. Is rinse and repeat. What everybody, the hair looks the same, the clothes look the same. They don't want to do anything by themselves. They don't want to have any kind of individuality. Everything is copycat, rinse and repeat, and doing the same thing. When I tell you that this was needed to display and teach people about individuality and being able to express your personal style and express yourself through clothing without having to look like anybody else. And I don't know what it is. I guess like in certain generations that they don't want to feel ridiculed or anything because someone is being an individual. But nowadays, everybody is very cliquish. Everybody is very, like, oh, I'm going to do what the other person is doing instead of trying to go their own way. I just had to say that. Okay. Black dandyism unique context. In the context of Black dandyism, fashion and style become powerful tools for a certain dignity, reclaiming identity, and pushing back against systemic oppression. Now, I don't know how many times since I've been on social media where I have been approached by different people, both because it's been both male and female. When it comes down to the attire and the way I dress or what I wear on social media, and they more or less like try to oppress me or tell me I need to wear something more revealing or show my body more because that is a societal norm as far as social media is concerned. I'm not showing my body for anybody. That's not anything that I do. I don't encourage anybody else to do that. Be yourself, respect your body. Do not go around revealing yourself to anybody or exploiting yourself online for anything by any means. I don't support that and I don't encourage anybody to do that. If anything, I would want somebody to try to find their individual style and dress modestly, okay? Respect your body, respect yourself through your fashion and through your clothing. You don't have to go around walking around looking like everybody else if you don't want to. It's too many clothes out here for people to be walking around here looking like a copycat, looking like the other person. If they want to walk around looking like that with their booty hanging out, they boobs booty hanging out, then that's their business. That don't mean you have to do that. So with this dandyism that has been on display for the last couple of days, I hope a lot of people take heed to that and know that you do not have to walk around here looking like everybody else. You can look like yourself. Okay. If you want to cover your body up and still feel comfortable and you still feel dignified by you displaying fashion and style and covering yourself, then do that. You don't have to walk around here with these revealing clothes and stuff on. Like you don't have to do that. Okay. So, with color theory plays a significant role in dandyism, particularly in Black dandyism, as it's used to express individuality, self-respect, and defiance against societal norms. Okay. Dandyism, especially in the Black community, uses color as a tool of self expression and resistance, often incorporating bold and vibrant hues to stand out. So, here's how color theory intersects with dandyism: expressing individuality and self respect, using various colors and forms, using clothing by means of expression, individuality, and self esteem. Color choices, whether bold or subtle, are used to project a unique persona and assert self worth. Okay. Reclaiming agency. Black dandyism, in particular, has been used as a form of resistance against systemic racism and marginalization. The use of color can be a way to reclaim agency and assert dignity in a world that often denies it. Subverting expectations. Dandyism often subverts traditional notions of masculine dress and embracing bold colors and unconventional styles. This can be seen as a way to challenge expectations and redefine what it means to be a man, particularly for Black men. All of the sagging, you walk around with your underwear out, sagging, or either your pants too tight, you can't walk. Like just dress normally, dress like how a man should dress. Okay. Because like I said, that is a definite stereotype that needs to be, I mean, it's stuck in the Black culture, but everybody doesn't need to do that. That's something new that has been entered or inserted into the Black culture, because if you go and you research the history of dandyism and Black dandies, you will not see a Black man walking around like that. Okay, that's something new. That's not black men didn't walk around looking like that. Okay, so cultural significance. Colors can carry cultural and historical meaning, and dandyism can draw upon these meanings to express a particular identity or heritage. For example, the use of Ankara fabric in some black dandy looks is a direct reference to African heritage and the vibrancy of the African diaspora. Blending styles. Dandyism is can also incorporate a blend of high fashion, streetwear, and traditional tailoring. This blending is often reflected in color choices, where classic colors may be paired with more modern and experimental hues. So, with my dandy look that I decided to put together today, okay, so I went to my closet and put this together. I didn't go and buy any clothes to go and do my dandy look. Um, Dapper Dan. He said when he first began his dandyism, he would go to Goodwill and get his clothes out of Goodwill. So you don't actually have to spend a lot of clothes to be dandy. You just know how to, you just need to learn how to put them together. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. Therapy, also
Okay.
known as chromotherapy, suggests that colors can influence mood, behavior, and overall well being. Different colors are believed to have unique effects. So, when it says unique effects, that means more or less the vibe or the energy that you get when you see the color. And you can definitely see in some of the best dressed looks that I pulled up for the dandyism that the different celebrities, based upon their color that they're wearing, you can tell that they have like a certain vibe based upon the clothes and the color of their clothing that they have for the Black Dandyism at the Met. So, with red often associated with energy and stimulation, blue is calmness, green is associated with balance, yellow is associated with positivity. So, the color specific holistic benefits, red is often associated with energy, passion, stimulation. It can be used to boost motivation, stimulate the senses, and increase circulation. One the Met was Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor had on red and black. And when I tell you she was exuding energy, passion, like she was like on the blue carpet because they didn't have red carpet this time, they had blue carpet. That she was on the blue carpet, like she was very bold and energetic. Everybody was calling her name, like, oh Tiana, like look at your do-rag, like how long is your do-rag? And when I tell you she was exuding every bit of that red color in her dandy outfit, like she was really serving. Okay, so then you have blue. Blue is a frequency linked to calmness, tranquility, relaxation, and can be used to calm the mind and reduce stress. So the two people that I remember that had on the blue was Simone Biles and Coleman Domingo. He had on a blue cape, but then he took the cape off and then he had on his other outfit underneath the blue cape. And when I tell you the blue with the blue carpet, it was just very aligned. It was very calm. They were bold and they did stand out because not that many people had on blue, but when I tell you they looked very good and very tranquil and very relaxed, happy, smiling, like they were glad to be there, and they exuded that energy when they was wearing blue. Now, with the green is often associated with balance, harmony, and healing. It can be used to relieve stress, promote relaxation, and restore equilibrium. So, the two outfits that I pulled for the color green was Cardi B and Joey King. And when I tell you the two of them, baby, they had every ounce of balance and harmony. Their outfits was some of the best ones on the carpet. They felt very in their body, like very present. They were in their body. They was there to represent. They felt you could tell that they looked very relaxed. They looked like they felt good in their outfits. And it could be because of the color green. The color green is for balance, harmony, and healing. And when I tell you they looked like every ounce of balance, harmony, and healing for the Met and with their outfits, especially Joy King. I loved her outfit for the color green. Now, one color that's often associated with purity and cleanliness, freshness, and renewal is the color white. And when Zendaya had on this white from head to toe, when I tell you Miss Never Miss is a Zendaya and her stylist Law Roach. When I tell you Miss Never Miss, Zendaya, baby, Miss Never Miss. Okay, she looked so pretty and so beautiful in her white from head to toe. on the red carpet. Well, not red carpet, blue carpet. I keep saying red carpet because this just happens to say red carpet, but on the blue carpet. And then another person that I loved was Lupita Nyong'o, like that mint green on her skin. It just oof, just chef's kiss. She looked so pretty and so beautiful. She looked very calm. She looked very put together, relaxed. No one on the carpet looked stressed out to me. For the ones that I looked at or the ones that I pulled up, no one looked stressed out. Everybody looked like they were happy and pleased to be there. Another person I'm going to call is Miss Rihanna debuting her pregnancy. I had a feeling that she was pregnant anyway. I do believe that she's gonna have a girl. But I had a feeling she was pregnant anyway. But she looked very secure. Black is often known as security, it's known as regalness. And she looked very secure and regal and comfortable, confident in displaying her pregnancy, going up the blue carpet. Like she didn't even tell anybody. She's just like, okay, yeah, I'm pregnant. Like, hi, I'm here. But she looked really, really good. She looked so good, and everybody else that was in black that night basically had the same essence, like had the same feeling, the same vibe when they had on black. Now another person that had on red and black was I forgot to mention her, was Janelle Monet. When Janelle Monet came out, she had on the cover up, and then someone unzipped it or took it off, and then she had on a red, black, and white outfit underneath the cover that she had on, or a cape or some type of cape that she had on. And when I tell you, she embodied the red and black. And then that's something else I may have to talk about in another video, is when you pair colors together, how you can get a blend and mix of energy when you pair colors together versus when you wear a monotone color palette on your clothing or your outfit. Now, when you have one color on, then you'll exude that one energy or any energies or vibes that's associated with that color. But if you need to kind of pump it up a little bit, you can pair it with another corresponding color that'll give you a little, just give you a little boost to that energy. So, like with red and black, often do that because they complement and they pair well together. Often, when you see red and black, red and blue, those colors complement one another. Okay. And then also Tracy Ellis Ross, she had on like a red and a pink, and the same thing with pink. Pink is more associated with love. It's a very soft, feminine color. It's a very playful, like cutesy color, something that exudes confidence or like feminine energy. And she was just on a podcast not too long ago talking about how she has developed a new level of self love and more care for herself. So that could be one reason why she has on that pink and that red. Pink, romance, femininity, compassion, and sweetness. So yeah, she that could be a definite reason why she has that on. And then she has on the red. So then you have the romance, the femininity, compassion, and sweetness paired with passion, confidence, energy, rage, and danger. So that basically can balance each other out. You can also be sweet and dangerous at the same time, like very come hither. So that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. And thanks for watching.